first topic, Laila Ali and Claressa Shields. I want to kick this off with just going back a little bit in time. Uh, I'm going to play the video that Claressa and her team came out with, basically where she answered the call, because Laila Ali was talking about she'll think about fighting if somebody offer her 15 million. Maybe she'll think about it. So Claressa and her team actually put together like a promo video saying, hey, we got the money. So this was like a couple months back. And then we'll get into Laila's expose of Claressa. So check this out.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like. Laila, I'm here with my team. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million. Let's make a fight between me and you, the best versus the best. The greats versus the greats. The GOAT versus Muhammad Ali's daughter, Laila Ali. Let's make it happen. Mark, what else do we got?
Look, we have the two most prominent venues in this country, Cowboy Stadium, T-Mobile Arena, ready to go. They're extremely interested. We just have to finalize deals and dates with them. Most importantly, though, Ruben Branson, Win Records, thank you so much for supporting us, because that's what allows us to make this offer.
Thank you very much, Mark. Win Records' assignment was to bring forth $15 million. We have the $15 million for Laila. Let's make this fight happen.
That's what I'm talking about. So you saying we got the 15 million, we got the venue, and we got the dates. Now all we need is Laila Ali. Is we gonna make this fight happen or what? You asked for the 15 million, and we delivered.
Laila, last one, Claressa Shields. There's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight her. What? Everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and says they have it, we're not even gonna have a conversation. I'm not trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
I'll talk to Turkey tonight.
Do I look like I can fight again?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I think so too.
And you're beautiful too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mic check. Mic check. Okay, we good. We good. Okay, so that was Claressa offering 15 million to fight after a viral video from Laila came out that, you know, if somebody offered her 15 to 20 million, she would have to think about it. So there's been a lot of jabs that have been thrown back and forth over some time between the two of them, mainly Claressa trying to be an antagonizer, you know, saying like that she respects Laila Ali and her reputation and her legacy and her father. However, she feels like, you know, she's the one to beat. She feels like she can beat her respectfully and things like that. And, you know, it's just kind of been getting a little out of hand, you know, because Claressa, she can just go off, you know. So it's like, I guess Laila's had enough. So let's hear what she has to say, and the receipts that she has dropped about all the support that she's showed Claressa, because I guess Claressa is trying to insinuate that she hasn't really, she's the has-been face of boxing, women's boxing. You know, she doesn't help out new girls. Claressa's the one that's really putting other women boxers on and putting women boxing back on the map. Where has Laila Ali been? She has disappeared. She's older. Like, she's not doing anything for boxing. To that, paraphrasing. So this is what Laila has to say after months of Claressa trying to egg her on and putting stuff out in the media, and she keeps name dropping her that she wants to fight Laila Ali next. That's what she really wants to see happen. But you know, like I said, Claressa can be a little disrespectful and a little out of touch when she talks. She doesn't always read the room the best way. So Laila's had enough. So let's see what she got to say.
Making a comeback to boxing, and people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here, while others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without having all the facts. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negative. There's been a whole lot of talk about the possibility of me making a comeback to boxing, and people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand drama and buffoonery, but I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
That's not going to happen.
Come on now, listen. Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
No, come on, we ain't going to do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Laila can rumble, though.
and Wolf would have knocked Laila Ali out. You know, she would have knocked Laila so pretty ass out.
So this right here is the consequence. Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years, what got us here. Now I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing, so let me show you some receipts. I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal. At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics the second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. The drama and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad... I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado, and did a full sit-down interview with her. I know that when I was fighting, any of my struggles that I had to overcome or anything that I was upset about, whether it be something personal or something going on in the world, I would use that anger, and take it into the ring with me and channel that energy into the ring. Have you ever done that?
I did that a lot. I was going through stuff back at home, but I would have a boxing match, and I would take out everything I was going through on the girl, and that kind of helped me.
Now, as you can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight. When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her about the challenges that I faced fighting at 168 where there was limited competition, and I suggested that if she decided to turn pro, she should consider going. I was one of the hosts of We Need to somewhere around 148 where she would have more competitive challenges. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat, and get into elite next level shape. I pointed her in the right direction, and I had high hopes for her. Whether she decided to turn pro or not, I felt like her future was bright if she played her cards right. But of course, at the time, I was not aware of her divisive, vindictive, and malicious nature. And I know those are strong words, but they actually fit. This girl has created a pattern. It's been directed towards many people time and time again. She saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted my spot. And she's been on a mission to ruin my reputation ever since, simply because she heard me make a comment that was not about her and she took it personal.
You ever get back in the ring just for fun? You still train?
I stay training.
Got you.
Yeah, I got a little baby six-pack right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have a heavy bag hanging in my... I just turned 40. Somewhere around 148 where she would have more competitive challenges. I told her, because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train all the time, I could pretty much do anything I wanted to. I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge. I'm not somebody who sits back and complains about things. I think everything happens in due time. You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She's a young black girl, came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a hard life, went through a lot. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. Women's boxing is getting some good attention. Now remember, at the time, we were on good terms. She was reaching out to me and referring to me as Big Sis. But this was her response.
I watched the Breakfast Club video with Laila Ali. You know, I have so much respect for her, you know, and I like her. I actually call her my big sis, but it was so many shots thrown. Like, if y'all really paid attention, you know, her saying, oh, there's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the number one in my...
Because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train.
And, you know, I'm just like, you know, nah. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, she gave props where it's due, but, you know, she also spoke on how, you know, what I'm doing for women's boxing is great, but it's not great enough for her. When it's like, we got two different goals and sets in life. You know, me winning 2 Olympic gold medals is just the beginning. You know, even when she was boxing, she never fought on Showtime, HBO. I fought the main event on Showtime. I don't know how many times now.
Now, of course, I didn't respond to this, but I noted it. For someone who hardly had any experience as a professional boxer and who was supposedly looking up to me, for her to think that I would even call her name in a conversation about me fighting or making a comeback was silly to me. A year later, I was doing press for my show Homemade Simple on OWN, so I went on Sway Universe, another syndicated national show with millions of listeners.
Are you watching women's boxing today?
Oh, yeah.
You like Claressa?
I do. I think that...
And, you know, I'm just like, you know, nah. And, you know, I just feel...
a talented fighter. And she has the opportunity right now. The stage is set, you know, so now she just has to kind of do her thing.
I had Claressa here, right? I asked her who does she think would win and you against you in your prime and her now. And this is what she said.
She's not cut like me. She don't take the challenges. Like, she didn't fight against Ann Wolf. I fight against the best and beat the best. And if Laila Ali was to come out of retirement, I beat her too.
That's not anything I haven't heard before. First of all, she's supposed to feel like she's the greatest.
Absolutely.
But just because you think you are doesn't mean you are.
Okay.
I like to support and uplift people, and I think that on your way up, just do your best not to disparage those that have come before you. First of all, she could never beat me.
Okay.
Let me just get that straight right now.
You want to get that straight, Laila?
Let's get that straight right now.
Okay.
And not simply because she's not strong enough, okay, because I would definitely knock her out, but because she's not talented enough to beat me. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade, and of course, a talented fighter. Her. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade, and of course, she's twisted the story over the years and taken my comments out of context. Now, according to her, I just started talking about knocking her out just out of jealousy. Now you've seen what I said, what she said, how this started, and you can see she pitted herself against me in a fight. Now, I know some of this younger generation may not be familiar with me, but I've never been one to just talk about things I can't do. When I said that I would knock her out back in 2019, it wasn't any different than what I've said to anyone who's challenged me in the past. You can go back and look at tape on me. That was not just talk for me. It's what I did. TKO, KO, it didn't matter. I was going to stop you. It wasn't going to a decision. And if you didn't belong in there with me, I was going to get you out of there. Here she is on a recent podcast explaining how she's passing the torch and that she has created a blueprint for success, which she is now sharing with other female fighters. Now you've seen what she's been.
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, she must have forgot years ago she recorded this and said that I gave her the piece of advice that she is now referring to as the most valuable piece of information that you need to be successful. But supposedly I didn't support her and I didn't want to pass the torch.
Laila Ali told me to build my brand, a good brand, and a brand that I want to represent and stand for. And she said, have good people behind me who I trust.
So this whole idea that she started about me being jealous because of her accolades and her surpassing me, do you realize that for years, fans have believed that there's so many fighters that are better than me? I mean, they have more titles than me. Multi-million-dollar fights are happening, more money than I ever made, more money than she's making. So I guess if I'm supposedly jealous of her, I must be hating on them too, right?
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, nope. I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have mutual respect. It's all love. She's the only one who decided to make herself my opposition. You know what my father would say? She's a generic wannabe. My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside of the ring. Now, many of us, including myself, had high hopes for her. I supported her. I sent her off in the right direction, but she has become a disappointment. She is a horrible representation of both the sport and our culture.
It's beneficial. If they win against you, you don't need them bitches with you. Her man ain't got no balls, so you know we little. Not them fake hoes, do it for the real women. Girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light skinned that they just all that. That they can come up with shit talking shit. I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my shit. Light skin.
Now, do you believe I'm jealous of her? Nope. I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have
What? Oh my gosh. She dropped hella receipts. Hella receipts. I didn't know that she on CBS was the one that suggested that, hey, I want to do an interview with this up and coming, at the time, one-time Olympic champion, Claressa Shields. That she actually suggested that and did the interview with her. That she gave her gems. You know, took pictures with her. Claressa hitting her up over the years, her giving her advice, staying in communication with her. If you just hear from Claressa's side, you would think like the lady didn't do nothing to help her. That the lady was being like an OG that doesn't want to pass the torch. You know, that's bitter, that feels away, that wants to hold on to it, that wants to, you know, just be bitter. And that's not the case according to these receipts. And when she showed her lowlights, her taking jabs and missing her opponent completely, she was hitting nothing but air. Laila, you messy for that. You you messy for that, Laila. And then she played her little freestyle. Cause I don't know. I heard that Pap is trying to make Claressa the new Remy. You know, him and Remy are not together anymore, but apparently he still misses that essence, that battle rapper, that true lyricist. He misses that. He wants to recreate that in his new side girlfriend, mistress, piece. Yeah. Let's get into this. This is an interview that Claressa did with Hollywood Unlocked. Looks like it's new. And this is her talking about Laila turning down the boxing offer after she did the video pulling out the $15 million check.
I seen that thing with you and Laila Ali going on. That's not gonna happen, that fight?
Come on now, listen.
Did she turn the money down?
She did, and I'm gonna take the high road like Terrence Crawford and say she was the best in her era. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Ann Wolf was the best in her era, and I'm the best in this era. Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
no, come on, we ain't gonna do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Laila can rumble though.
She can't rumble like Ann Wolf. I said who's the best from that era. Ann Wolf would have knocked Laila Ali out. You know who Ann Wolf is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you know.
Okay.
Because you know she would have knocked Laila so pretty ass out. That's the truth.
See, when you talking, damn, it's hard to even come back for this one because I love Laila too. I love you. And it's just like, I just wanted to see some competitive action going on.
Right.
I don't think it'd be as competitive as everybody think. I think that she's a big woman. She got big hands, big feet, big head. But as far as...
I seen that thing with you and Laila Ali going.
Cut it out, Claressa. Are you kidding me? Do we look like Boo Boo the Fool to you? Like, you have been singing her praises. You were a big fan of her. Laila Ali was the GOAT at one point. She is regarded as one of the greatest women boxers in history. She is the daughter of the the greatest, arguably the greatest boxer in history, and you were so just in awe of her. You were so grateful to be able to have met her, to have interviewed with her, to ask her for advice on what steps you should take next in your career. Should you go back to the Olympics, or should you enter the boxing the boxing league? And you regarded her advice as a big deal because it was a big deal. And you are not going to sit up here and now try to switch up like she wasn't the greatest of her era and Wolf was. Come on. You're lying. You're salty AF because she doesn't want to get in the ring with you. She doesn't want to do it. She's 40 now. She has a whole home care home and lifestyle type of business. I mean, she has kids, she's married. Like, it's nothing to take personal. It would be different if she's like, oh yeah, like other boxers start going in the press, like, I want to fight Laila. And she's like, let's do it. And she goes and fights somebody else. But like with you, she's ducking you or she's playing cold about it. Then it would be like, wow, you're willing to fight some other young lady that's around my age, but you won't fight me. Like, what's that about? That would be different. But she's not looking to come out of retirement for anybody. And she wasn't talking about you in that Breakfast Club interview. She actually said nice things about you. She made sure to say your first and your last government name, and was saying she thinks you're great, that she thinks you're talented, that you are the only woman that is a 2-time Olympian champion in XYZ, and all these things. She said that in that same interview, that you were trying to grasp at straws to say, her saying there's nobody out there right now in her weight class that she feels really can give her competition. Oh, I took that as a slight. Yeah, maybe she was being slick with it. But at the end of the day, in the same interview, she name called you and she sung your praises on her own. On her own. So you have to play smart when it comes to media stuff. Like, she has never dogged you out. She has never disrespected you. She has never talked down on you. She has never gossiped about you to others in the industry and it came back to you. None of that. And now you have the nerve to say, Ann Wolf was the best from her era and I'm the best from my era. She's just Muhammad Ali's daughter. So she's popular basically off of clout because of her bloodline. That's crazy. Yeah, Clarissa, you deserve that breakdown. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I'm sure Clarissa, she loves to go on social media. Any chance she gets, I know she's gonna have a response to this. But she shut you down. I mean, that video edit alone and her breaking down y'all timeline, there's nothing else that you can say to save face or to clap back. It just looks crazy that you actually out of your own mouth said, yeah, like she's not the best from her era. Yeah, it's because you're saying that from a hurt place, because she wouldn't give you a fight because you feel like she was talking about you and she wasn't. You're being delusional. You're being delusional. She wasn't talking about you. And now you're not even going to be woman enough to say, hey, I'm disappointed that she doesn't want to come out of retirement to fight me. I'm disappointed. I feel like we could really do that. I do feel like she was talking about me in the Breakfast Club, but what I will say is that she was the best in her era. I would never take that away from her. There's a lot that I've taken from her game. She has opened doors. You can still give her the credit she deserves, but instead you chose to switch up because you didn't get what you wanted. Immature. Very immature.